Hello, I'm Louisa Daffue-Karsten, and I'm the native English writer for Level Up. My main role in the group is to source and write the texts and the listening material for the series. In Level Up, we have 3 different types of texts: a basic text, a main text, and 3 extra texts. The basic text is basically what it says. It's a simple text that includes the vocabulary from the words and phrases section. The main text forms the backbone of each unit, and the extra texts are written with a holy grail of differentiation in mind. The students can choose each text according to their interest, and the texts are loosely based around the main theme. Here we might have an extract, a literary extract, or a game, or a map, or a video, for example. One of the questions I'm frequently asked is, where do the ideas for the texts come from? Now, first of all texts obviously have to be written with the requirements of the curriculum in mind. And secondly, we have to take in mind the interests and the abilities of students at a particular level. Where do the topics come from? Well, something we overhear in the classroom, could be something we see on Netflix, something in the news, something in the air, and often it's based on something that we ourselves have experienced. Take myself, for example. Because of my background, I have friends and family that live in different English-speaking countries around the world, and I shamelessly exploit them whenever I'm looking for material to write into the texts. Let me give you a practical example of what I mean. In Theme 4, we have young Ollie going from Finland to Namibia to play in a football tournament. Before COVID struck, I visited my cousin in Windhoek, the capital city. I arrived in the middle of a severe drought. Like everyone else in the country, I showered standing in a large plastic basin. We used this runoff water to do the laundry, and then we used it to flush the toilet. It was pretty intense. It was hot, 40 degrees plus, and the electricity kept coming and going, so you had to charge your telephone and your laptop whenever you could. It was a bit of a problem. All of these things went into the text. It allowed me to look at cultural differences according to the English Elastic curriculum, but it also allowed me to include some environmental issues in a very low-key, natural way. Situating a text like this in the real world is not without its problems, however. For example, in Book 2, we asked some young students to film their families having a meal together. Now, in South Africa and Australia, for example, this often means having a barbecue. And at a barbecue, adults stand around with a beer or a glass of wine in the hand. Now, obviously, we can't have this in the textbook. So I had to instruct these young people to make sure that the video does not include any sign of alcohol, no matter how culturally appropriate it is in their countries. So texts are always a balancing act between the authentic reality of a particular culture and the authentic reality and the needs of the classroom. Thank you.